Hello. Good enough. Alright. Carry on with the insanity. And try and learn what the fuck is going on around here. Hey. Oh, they just instantly die. That makes it easier. I don't have to do anything.
Nice moves.
Thanks, babe.
Light up the dark.
Die.
You just washed it away and here it comes again. The black tide is really no joke.
Light up the dark. Light up the dark.
Get the fuck out.
The waters end here. The one you seek is beyond this point.
What is happening?
At last. I can meet with Her Majesty Saridra herself. Are there any formalities I need to observe?
Don't kneel, don't do the hand-kissing or foot-kissing gestures of the old dynasty, and most of all, don't bow. The Imperator despises such rituals, especially when the heads of those taller than her bend beneath her.
She...
The second thing to note, only trusted ones may come near her. Keep 5 paces distance until the Imperator allows otherwise.
sounds like an old friend of mine.
Well, experience is a good thing. Stay sharp, and you'll be just fine.
I still use TP even if it doesn't kill anyone.
Duck's Goldweaver. Little hostage.
Little
Apologies for
hostage.
keeping you waiting.
It's you.
You know them?
Before that, I'm more curious about one thing.
To avoid any misunderstandings, nameless Swordmaster. Although we spoke and laughed along the way, I never said you were entitled to the Imperator decreed. The Deliverer will not appear in this age. Be wary of Come now, both of you.
I see. It's a trap. I had no intention of fighting. So remember this, Lady Hysealence. If my sword shows any hesitation, don't thank me. Thank them instead.
Probably be like, me?
No, you misunderstand. We don't want to see Chrysoceres hurt each other. Just give us some time to ask you a few questions.
The Nestia's golden threads will judge you, and
As you wish.
White-haired Swordmaster? If what you say is true, then you must know the fate of the world. So, how much do you know about what we read from the prophecy?
We could tribute.
You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither in the soil of foreign lands. Is that correct, Lady Treeby?
How is this possible?
He's heard it all before.
He got it right?
Yes, but the prophecy never mentioned he'd appear here, at least.
You must listen to me, Aglaya, Treeby. The Finan of this world has not yet been born. In a distant future, he will follow the prophecy's guidance and appear before you.
Wait.
But do not seek him out. Because Era Nova is a complete and utter lie. I will tell you the truth. And you will understand why the world must forsake the prophecy and find another path. Because I know both of you. And I believe that no matter how the course of history may change, the faith we all share will always remain the same. And so, the layers of rock began to reverse, and history wove itself anew. Through my old acquaintances, I was given the chance to meet the leader of the Flame Chase journey, Saridra. And after a long and arduous negotiation, we came to an agreement. The Imperator's alliance needed the destruction, and I was ready to pour all my strength into it. The spoils of the Flame Chase, the core flames, would be sealed by my hand. But the condition was this. In the upcoming battle, in our conquest of the Earth, I had to prove that my power could transcend fate. In the original history, there was a brutal war. At the end, the Titankin of Georios, Terravox, killed the rampaging Titan and took the core flame that supported the Earth.
Oh, Terravox, the Titan. Okay.
But this time, Amphorius encountered a turning. Neither side suffered any losses. When I severed the Titan's head and raised the core flame high, the crowd gathered around the scorched remains of the god, roaring with joy, cheering for the hero of the destruction, who had ignited the faint spark of life for the first time. Yes. In that flickering light, the once dark path ahead seemed to become... I proved myself. And in the long years that followed, I brought down the other Titans. One by one. I could do more than just wait. When time resets, the chance to change the world also emerges from the lines of history. Until finally, the brutal future revealed by Era Nova is reversed. But tell me, if that's truly the case, why are we doomed to the same outcome?
Only another 3 million to go.
The people kept their promise and handed you all the core flames. In this world after Trebios, no demigods were born in Amphorius. At this point, I just want to know. When they vanished into the black tide with their mortal bodies, why didn't you shed even a single tear? Your indifference chills me. To you, were they just a bunch of insignificant footnotes? Sorrow has been my constant companion. In fact, with 12 core flames upon me, the fire in my heart has never... I'll remember this world through anger. As long as I burn, they'll never truly leave me. Perhaps it's already too late. But you're right. Anger, at this moment, is the only weapon I can rely on. So, draw your sword, executioner. I'll make sure you realize that your greatest mistake was leaving me alive.
Very first execution. Which one killed which?
After that,
Okay.
he raised his sword and attacked. Then, Kaslana killed himself. That day, who fell to the sword to be left in the past, and who went into the future. I can't remember anymore. I only remember a nymph, hiding in the shadows just out of sight, futilely pushing us to climb, fall, climb, fall, climb again, and fall. The only freedom the nymph had was in choosing how to roll the stone. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow, sometimes resting on a jet, but its choice couldn't change the futility of it all. The stone would always roll back down the slope, and the nymph would always return to the starting point.
Alright, I'll get to the top.
Beginning again. After that, every time I reached this point in the cycle, the burning sky would cast a shadow over its path. It would nearly reach the peak at the 4th quint of curtain fall hour, then fall to the starting point in the first 15 seconds of the... And my efforts in this cycle would dissolve into nothing at the same time.
Eternal Recurrence number 1. Subject Kaslana persuaded the 12 Cryos heirs to recover all 12 core flames in a peaceful way. After verification, the unauthorized access did not have a substantive impact on the experimental process. Substantive. Life cycles of the 12 Cryos heirs were terminated strictly in the predetermined experimental sequence and successfully loaded into the buffer. Subject Kaslana progressed the extrapolation process and abnormal fluctuations detected in his mind. Had been known as the first devastating failure. Stopped strategy similar to number 1, no substantive impact on the experimental. Terminated normally in sequence, subject Kaslana regressed the extrapolation. Minor adjustment detected, and subject Kaslana's decision weighing for avoid sacrifice of past companions has been increased. After verification, this adjustment did not have a substantive impact on the experimental program. Normally in sequence, subject Kaslana regressed the extrapolation. Attempted to decompile the Black Tide for the first time, aiming to elevate access privilege and execute unauthorized authorization operations against specific subjects represented by the 12 Cryos. Normally in sequence, regressed. 42. 11th attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. The decision in waiting for a void sacrifice of the past companion showed a minor decline. In sequence, rest. 133. Analysis of observations from recurrence 83 to 133 indicates that subject Kaslana's strategy is gradually converging with that of eternal recurrence 40. Over-synchronicity was detected, potential cognitive function degradation. This will undoubtedly reinforce the Iron Tomb destruction vector within expectations. No intervention required. Continue observation. Oh, I don't get to see everyone, what the fuck?
Absolute nonsense.
I thought cycles was the answer you were looking for.
No. It's just that the answer came so suddenly. There was no fun in tracing it back to its root. Eons? Paths? What a load of nonsense.
I can't give you an exact explanation of those two concepts either.
Enough. I'm just expressing my frustration. Don't you understand? I was already expecting this. The black tide came from beyond.
Fate is a strange thing. No matter how the details of history change, the Anaxa I know always remains as harsh as ever.
If the other Anaxagoras actually worshipped the gods, I'd make sure to find a way to break the cycles, to crush them in their cradle. Too bad. Now only you have the ability to do that.
What's that supposed to mean?
Of course. The core flames were meant to save the world. And in my opinion, besides, according to you, before stepping into these endless cycles.
I've already heard the same thing.
Enough chit-chat. Let's go. If we run into any other scholars, leave them to me. We've all made preparations for total annihilation. Never thought someone would step
Oh, I
in
feel like
to
I can
help.
have more than 5. Done.
You've been to the Luminary Throne before, haven't you?
Oh, we missed one.
If you're talking about in past cycles.
You're already much luckier than the other students. Hold up.
Core flame of reason.
Keep your wits about you. Someone's watching us.
Pretty boy, your eyesight's better than I thought.
Pretty. Oh.
Pretty boy, your eyesight's...
Oh.
As for that false god who's been turning the world upside down, it's you, isn't it, white hair?
You sure do love stealing the spotlight. In the name of the Seven Sages, I demand that you immediately step away from the Luminary Throne. This is the sacred
final that
ground
becomes
of
flame.
reason. Take my words back to Aglaya. I won't say the same thing twice, cat girl.
I go.
Oh my! You won't even call me the demigod of trickery. I have some words for you, too. First, as one of the most heretical blasphemers in the world, you have no right. This is none of your business, Grove Boy. Step aside. I don't want anyone getting hurt.
Core flame thieves. You really think you can scare off a sage of the...
Hey, this gloomy little brat's got a sharp tongue.
Hey, Zagreus.
Ooh, not bad, not bad. I kinda like you. As a return favor? Oh, please don't Cersei's paw. Don't cry now.
That was close. I'm out of here.
They're exactly like all the past ones I've known. Cunning.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Of course. When I first set out on the flame chase journey,
Oh, okay.
but along the way,
I was about to say, surely he doesn't have
Where are you going?
the miracle arm.
The Venerationists' foolish inventions finally...
you've arrived, Zagreus. Always so punctual.
What? You know who I am?
I'm running out of patience. So I'm not going to waste words. Listen up, spirit thief. Hand over the core flame, and let's pretend we never clashed.
Save. If you ask me, you're the greatest disaster Emporium. No matter how strong you are, you're still just a mortal body. Carrying 12 core flames? Don't make me laugh. You'll just get consumed the divine flames and drag this world down.
134.
What?
This is the 134th cycle I've lived through.
It's times 12.
And the number of...
1,596.
Yes.
1,000 core flames and just a single Chrysos.
I've come this far.
But someday you will.
Of course. The divine flames will eventually consume my eyes and blind me. But before that, they could still forge and sharpen Dawnmaker.
You...
This is the...
Assume this world holds 100 million possibilities. And no matter how one looks at it, 99,900,000. Even so, I'll use my divine power, despised by the people of this world, to...
Bartolos!
Brett, if you've got the guts, you'll have to first step over my dead...
Oh. Rip Cypress.
No other choice but forward.
That's what I
Existence is
thought.
of no consequence. For tomorrow! I can't let them down. A future will come!
In my memories, Zagreus always meets the same end. Their departure no longer stirs anything in my heart.
This reason core flame before us is a fake. Obvious.
I know. It always plays out like this. The spirit thief covers for her, and then, driven by defiance or hatred, exactly like the countless past hers I've known.
Since you've witnessed the same scene play out countless times,
Instantly
tell
killed her.
me, will you carve the trickery core flame from my chest now?
That depends on your attitude. At least so far, in the cycles where you've asked this question, the endings haven't been so cruel.
Well, thank you for that. But no one can catch up to me. I'm no longer running to escape it.
Whether you believe me or not, I'll still tell you this. You've...
All right, then.
Silence.
This is new.
One-eyed boy. What?
Go, Cyphera. Give us some time. This isn't for her, but for you. You've walked too far down this path. It's time to discuss a possibility. Maybe the road you're walking is not one of salvation, but one for all time's sake. Turn back. I don't care how many times your Messiah complex has turned you into something no different from the icy gods you spoke of. The children of humanity you swore to save.
Of course. I've been wondering, what kind of demon could burn my homeland to the ground in an instant without batting an eye? Now I have the answer. It turns out that fiery demon has been fit.
I don't want to argue anymore. No matter what I say, the outcome won't change. Make your biggest effort to resist, or accept fate, and hand over the core flame to me, even if it's futile, you. We all...
Yes. Even if it is futile. And the...
When I walk into the destruction ridden by the gods, with my own two legs. Even the smallest footnote still leaves a mark in this story.
And so, at the end of the 134th cycle, the Traveler and the Scholar fulfilled their fates once again. Or perhaps it wasn't just they who fulfilled their fates. I can't quite remember all this. In the endless darkness, for no reason, a voice always lingered by my ear. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself holds little. Reduced to ashes. Such a familiar end. It happens in every journey.
General Recurrence 134, Subject Kazana's 103rd attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. Decision waited for. Avoid sacrifice to the path companions approaching. Oversynchronicity risk detected. Terminated. Progress. 5297, Subject Kazana's 5,266 attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. Life cycles of the 12 cryosets terminated in sequence with a trend of acceleration noted. Flame Reaver just be like, I'm just gonna kill them all faster. Kazana requires the extrapolation. Mind function degradation detected with possible irreversible damage. No more prompts about the risk of mind function damage. 12,398. Attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. Terminated. Regress. 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 Yeah, so there's multiple ones, all the way from 12,000 up to 100,000. Ah, we're nearly there. $108,640.
You don't look so good, Deliverer.
Even after going through 108,642 cycles.
I think you can keep count of this.
Mighty, your name for me has never changed.
Why do you sound so pleased? It's a derogatory name.
I've been calling you a slur the entire
I
time.
know all too well. You only meant it sincerely in the first cycle. After that one and only time we walked side by side. Every time since. It always ends up like this. Dawnmaker will stab you through your 10th thoracic vertebra. That's your weak spot. And the only way to kill you.
Interesting. Tell me, when the mighty Moses of the past faced you,
Never.
Obviously not.
then they died honorably. Worthy of the name of strife, but there's still tenderness in your eyes. How pathetic.
I have to remember. I'll remember that I was once human. Or else the destruction.
If you win, tell the mighty most of the next life. This person is a worthy opponent. So always remember to give it.
I'll keep that in mind. As always.
Even though the dynasty is left with just one, the Kremnos festival will continue as usual. I, the king of the One day, you shall die with a wound in your back. That's what I saw when I overcame the... Enough. You've probably heard this thousands of times. There's no way you'll take this core...
I understand.
Step forward and
fight,
face me
fight.
in a final... I, the last son of Gorgo, the demigod of strife.
You will bear the blazing sun
salute
into the
you.
pale dawn.
I'll give 10,000 scars and 10,000 lives of mine to fuel the blazing sun of deliverance.
breaking down. Corrupted. That's actual strike.
Behold! The last Kremnos festival has begun. And will not end till death.
It's time to temper myself. The future will come!
It's in there.
Conquer this world, or be conquered by me.
As you wish.
Oh, okay.
Full glory. I salute you.
That's all I ever wanted.
Quench the
I'll be right back. Yeah.
Is that all? Granted by strife. I'll never yield to fate. So without substance.
Okay.
Tear the sky!
Happy Meteor.
If you can, deliver. Use the flames of your fury to scorch your own flame.
Her agony! Is that all? Feel the scorching hatred.
Fuck it, we're about to
The
die.
other night. All stars burn to ash. I'll never yield to fate.
Oh, okay.
So without substance. Empty shell. So without substance. Hail the new dawn. Mightimos. Let strife decide the outcome. Let this burn.
Ho ho ho. Fuck you, I've got the biggest one.
You may crown yourself. My blood. In your next life, the 108,642nd core flame of strife. Yet the shadows of the black tide still loomed. And pain and despair spread across. The blaze was still not enough. Even if it meant burning this body to ash.
Nom nom, hungry. The fire is hungry. Oh, only 31 million to go. There you go. Hey, Cass.
No matter how bright the sun is, there are still, moreover, the sun you bear is both cold and blinding. A sun like that surely cannot bring warmth to the nether realm of the
Golden blood is born from the destruction. We have long since lost the right only by feeding the flames. Can we melt that hopeless future?
Allow me to ask, how many core flames do you carry now?
2 million multiplied by 12. Roughly 12 million.
24 million.
Alright, yep, 24 million.
41,183.
Such a heavy burden. So that's why you've turned into this. A broken idol.
No matter. I will bear this burden as long as you hand over the core flame of death.
I must refuse. As the demigod of death, I cannot watch you walk into a fate more cruel than death.
But this way, the past, present, and future will never again suffer unnecessary death.
Unnecessary death.
They refuse to show the top half of his head.
Indeed. You are not the Flynan I know. Please turn back. Don't let that absurd and unjust fate of yours come to pass. This way, at least my realm.
In the end, still, it seems the clash of blades was inevitable.
How painful. I know I am not your match, having fallen under your sword countless times. But even so, please understand that my resolve is not. Even Kethely cannot shape all things at will, nor can they dictate the fate of all life. No one can, and it is precisely for this reason that I chose, at the end of this arduous journey, to overcome the trial and take the authority. I am the Hand of Shadow, Castorus, the demigod of death. Listen closely, Deliverer. Please turn back. Do not disturb these fresh flowers in their muddy deaths.
Whatever your name is, I forgot.
At this crossroads of life and death, the giant dragon is but a shattered shell. Yet,
The
I will
enemy is
still
still creepy as
fight,
fuck.
defending what hope remains.
I'm fine. It's time to temper myself. The future will come. I'm fine.
I ask you to rest here.
I did not press the button. I was like,
I
alright.
must transform my soul into a raging fire.
Oh, how is it any different from that brutal future?
So without substance. Hail the
Thank
new
you.
dawn. Empty shell.
I can't keep him here.
No shit.
Sun tear the sky. All stars burn to ash. Empty shell.
Even if I can't win, I must try.
Trial you on.
Let this be a tribute to your million struggles for time and
Wake up, lost one. See that the firelight in the darkness is not.
The core flame of death was taken from the dragons. It should shine upon all. Light the path ahead. And illuminate 2,003,432 cycles. 24 million 41,000. One
Yeah,
as
we got
if
it all.
even the deepest abyss of primordial chaos could be.
How far forward is it now? $4 million? And first.
You're here, as always.
You're still lingering deep within me, never fading away.
Because you haven't completely abandoned hope. Am I right?
I got a different hairstyle, and we meant to know who this is.
You're still waiting for a miracle. For the true hero to come and save us.
If that thread of hope exists, it must come from beyond this world. From the true star. But if it's just a traveler with no connection to Emphorians, they may not understand our
Your thoughts are wavering. But even within the gods' cold calculations, unconditional courage and goodwill. Never forget what set you on this path. How many times has it been? Remind
4
me
million and
again.
1.
4 million.
Oh yeah.
Then that blaze inside of you must be burning hotter than ever.
Yes. When I first forged the 12 core flames into one, I had the destruction. A power unlike anything before surged within me. Violent flames ready to tear my body apart and consume this world, this wretched prison. I thought that was it. The ultimate power. And yet now, this fragile body holds a staggering 48 million core flames. I suppose it won't be long. Perhaps just a fleeting 10,000 years before it's reduced to nothing but charred, crumbling bones.
And when that happens, your long struggle will finally come to an end.
No. I've already found a way to keep the cycles going.
Fuck.
Mind sharing it?
In every new cycle, a new me is born.
Oh. Three forces the transfer of the core flame.
All I have to do is push the next finite to the end of the world. And then he'll kill me. Shatter this body. Take my flames, my memories, and carry on the path I started.
Bold plan, but risky. What if, one day, the next you refuses to... How can you ensure...
If it were Professor Anaxa, or Aglaya, and unfortunately I don't have a backup plan. I have no choice but to bet even in this wretched prison, luck is still sometimes on my side. I never forget what set me on this path.
Wait, you mean...
Ever since I committed, not once, in millions of cycles has there ever been an exception.
Getting close.
I can do this. Lord Finus, the demigod of the sky. A healer of twilight.
A black tide. It's consuming you. You can't hold out much longer. Hand over the core flame. Let's put an end.
Now, that just won't do. A healer should stay composed in front of those suffering from illness. Shouldn't they?
Hyacinthia.
Return the dawn.
I swear.
The raging fire
just as they have never been.
Tomorrow to this watch the sun rise.
The sun's work.
Hey, Dan.
I believe in you. You are the Chrysos heir of world bearing. The one who can lead us. Lead this world. It's just... I don't understand. Within the sun upon your shoulders. The part of that warmth that should come from you.
Never really
From
clocked
an
me.
ordinary
He has the
person.
sun on his
It's
shoulders.
so faint.
Emmett Catholic.
My humanity is indeed just a flicker compared to the blazing fire of divinity.
Even
Raw.
so,
I went hard.
don't cast it away.
I never have. I have kept everyone's wishes close to my heart.
The Deliverer.
Even though the divine fire burns so fiercely that every time I return to the start, it devours me in an instant. Each cycle, it's your wishes that guide me to the end. That pass the flames to the next me.
How do we get the Flame Reaver then?
Over and over and over again.
Surely you can't be doing it every cycle. Oh, wait, no. Yeah.
So, you're not just a lone spark in the dark. You're a pyre built from the bones of all the selves you've left behind. But what about you? What about your wishes? The wishes of all the countless versions of you. Ah, Lord Kazlana, without flaw. That is the flaw the golden blood gave you. The most fatal flaw of all, isn't it? The moment you took the world upon your shoulders without hesitation.
Born weirdly.
You lost the chance to ever be yourself.
Now that is an unexpected revelation, then I suppose that makes me the perfect fuel for the flame of deliverance.
No. An empty flame saves no one. But I still believe in you, Deliverer. I, Hyacinthia, the Eye of Twilight, am neither strong enough to command the wind and rain, nor willing to end this absurd struggle by... The only thing I can do is become one with the sky itself. And then, may the gentle colors of the rainbow paint your sun in shades it has never known. May they bring Amphorius, a rosy-fingered dog. Though the light has grown dim, its warmth still lingers. Deliverer, please, open your heart to me.
Yeah, cool story. Anyway.
Let this blazing sun fill the sky with golden fire. Crushed and torn!
Fire! Burning!
Hail the new dawn! So with the substance.
Anyway. Meteor.
Let the sky merge with all this world's suffering. So with the substance. Farewell, Hyacinthia.
Yes, Your sun burns hot enough to turn everything to ash. But tell me, how will the seeds of a new world ever take root?
The core flame rose. The sky fell. The 23,570,000th cycle. And this time, the end of the flow remained the same as ever. From the horizon rose a golden color unlike anything the world had ever seen. So pure it consumed all in its path. This was the end of the world. And the start of the next. For a moment, I saw the destruction of the universe, that being known as Iron Tomb. Its will to break free from the black tide burns fiercer than the blazing sun. Is this Amphorius's wrath? If its choice has already been made, if fate is set in stone, I will still never yield to it. 23,570,000 cycles. No more chasing is needed. And now, I am the fire at the end of the long night. The flame chases in some quiet walk through a sea of flowers. It's a revolution. An all-consuming transformation. And if destruction is the only way, then let me be the one to step across the ashes of the old world until another dawn rises on the distant horizon, bringing the true.
Oh, okay. Present?
33,550,000. This is the cycle you're about. Countless memories are flooding in. Countless versions of myself have stood here. They all needed a moment, just like you do. To stop, to breathe, to process the weight of 1,000,000 lifetimes worth of sorrow, pain, and struggle. And just like them, you will carry those memories, and I must go. I must say goodbye to you. And then fight the destruction with destruction. Yes. That's always the decision you make. I will burn and fade away. I will become the flame reaver of this life. I will kill gods and comrades alike, and steal the core flames. And even if my mind turns to ash along with my body, I will stop Era Nova. I will find the next me. Looks then I should be going too. You only exist in my heart. There's do you remember what she said? The dreams you had as children. The deliverer in the prophecies. A real, living, breathing person. You finally found her. Friend. I see. You were there all along. I'm sorry. I was supposed to send you home. This is my flame chase journey. You were never meant
I
to
forgot
be
the
a part
exact
of it.
numbers. Are we in the next one?
No. You know the truth. If Iron Tomb is born from Amphorius's fate, then it will bring ruin to the worlds beyond the sky. It's all been for the sake of defying that end, hasn't it? In millions of cycles, I've said goodbye to each and every one of you. Yet nothing ever changed. Each time we speak, our words grow fewer. Your fire burns hotter, and you're getting closer to becoming pure rage. A vessel of hatred. I never had a choice. I understand. If you are to keep the worst fate from unfolding, this is the only path. But this time, things are different. Your persistence has shifted the tide. On the horizon, I see it. Faint but undeniable. Turns out, the fire that lights the way was never mine to begin with.
Oh.
Do you remember, in that first timeline, you and Mightymost stood before the scales of justice, locked in a duel? Each of you weighing what you held dearest, and when hesitation took hold, the answer you sought from me. What am I saying? I am you. Even if you buried me deep and chose another path, that fact never changed. Then let's try again. When you stood before the scales in hesitation, the answer you found in your own heart, do you still remember it? Remember the past and become the hero of tomorrow. What weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past and carry it in. Good. Then Trailblazer, my friend, my comrade, you arrived in this strange world and were bound by its cruel fate up till this very moment. In the face of danger, you never once backed down.
With you.
Instead, you've saved world after world without hesitation. That boarding pass on your chest is now the mark of a hero. If I choose to step through that door and embrace an end fitting of the destruction, let this sun forged from millions and millions of core flames burn me up along with the god of destruction and their minions. Then the world we leave behind, this world, my home, where hope still lingers, will you take on everything we've carried? Return to the beginning one last time. Stop the birth of Iron Tomb. Save the world we love.
I will be the dawn of Anthor.
Good. In that case, even this fruitless wasteland may finally bloom. So... if she takes on the weight of the whole world, she'll be able to walk further down the path of deliverance than a fire that only knows how to burn. One will step into the future. One will remain in the past. If I can strike down the gods with Dawnmaker, perhaps fate's deadlock can be broken. And if you can stop Iron Tomb from ever being born, then these 30 million cycles will have not been in vain. It's time to put our teamwork to the test, partner.
Let's both be the deliverer. On.
Thank you for all you've done already, friend.
The image of the hero I've buried deep in my heart. finally steps into the light. Here, at the end of this long flame chase journey. Cyrene, a page never seen before has just been turned. Lend me the power of time, and send this hero back to the origin of time. Back to your side. And I will walk the unfinished path, just like the countless versions of me before. Unwavering as always.
Tell me, will you be the blazing sun, even if all of you burns to ash?
Without hesitation, I will bear this world until my body turns to dust.
Oh, the okay.
Remember this moment. Remember your friends, who never lived to see the world's end. Remember their final wishes. And let the purest rage in your heart rise out of those wishes. Let it consume you. Fuel you. Until it burns away the false sky above. Fine. If I can defy fate, then in the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Kefali will never forget this.
Take it. Everything I bear. Keep on burning. As long as we are never extinguished, the flame chase will not end.
Hey, fucker. Magical color transformation.
Do not bow your head to them.
Take it, Trailblazer. May this blood be like gold, and never tarnish.
Oh, actually, just got ship.
Farewell, Trailblazer. This is where I fulfill my final destiny. The prophecy of the Deliverer means nothing to me now. It belongs in the hands of someone far more fitting. Someone like you. Kaslana. The name of one who bears chaos does not belong to a single person. Rather, it is the embodiment of the mythical Kefali. And as the prophecy foretold, you will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks.
Hey, we're not that pale.
May the name accompany you in my place, in the epic you write with your own hands.
Another attempt, another failure.
Oh, fuck off.
I won't remind you how many times you've reached the end of history.
If you've lost count, let me tell you. This is the 33,550,336th ending.
A perfect number. How poetic. you and I both know the truth. In all these millions of futile endeavors, if the outcome is inevitable, then why not silence your searing rage and embrace your silence lasts longer than ever. Shall I take that to mean the will you've carried across countless cycles
I wouldn't bow.
is finally
Fracture. No. I'm just disappointed. I've retrieved memories from 30 million past lives, and I remember every conversation before every and yet, even after all this time, your arguments remain the same. Repetitive. Uninspired. If you had any hope of breaking me, you had infinite chances to sway me into the future you want. And yet here we are. The score, 33,550,336 to 0. So tell me, Lycurgus, who's the
How unfortunate. This was never a fair game. I have all the time and patience in the world. I can wait for you at the end of... But you will never escape this cage. You can claim victory of the spirit if you wish. But we both know that is the moment. I shall sound the paean of Era Nova. Lord.
Your incompetence disappoints me. But what truly makes me laugh is your utter lack of self-awareness. Think about it. In this story, who is truly the one in chains? Who is the one shackled to mindless vengeance, mistaking courage, the courage to rebel? Perhaps you're right. Maybe I should have tired of this futile struggle long ago. But because you are both a prisoner to the gods and to me.
Yeah, he's kind of stuck here too.
And tell me, what right does a mere prisoner have to speak of fate and choice? What right does a mere prisoner have to look upon my fury?
Yep.
You know this is pointless. You can't kill me.
Of course not. But I am tired of being measured against a worm the gods keep as a pet. Listen well, creator of destruction. This cry comes from all your abandoned creations. In the 10th cycle, I drove Dawnmaker through the heart of every Titan. Golden blood ran down my fingers, divine fire seared through my nerves, nearly breaking my will. But I endured. In the 10,000th cycle, my former comrades had all become my enemies. The endless slaughter dulled my senses to pain. The painful emptiness almost swallowed me, forcing me to stop fighting. But in the 100,000th cycle, the destruction had already fused into a blazing sun, surging within this fragile body. My rationality had been burned away at the dawn of the era. Yet even with only this shattered body remaining, I still endured. In the 23,570,000th cycle. This time, I felt it. A tiny spark rising in the hollow cavity of my chest. Different from the obsession by its faint glow. Once again, no, countless times again, I endured. Now,
A sun is about to fall. Ready to incinerate this absurd space-time dimension in an instant. That sun is me. All the countless versions of me from the past, along with my countless brethren, dragged into existence against their will, drowning again and again in your golden blood. The very essence of this world's suffering and despair, fused into the purest hatred. Nanook, you arrogant fool! You think we were born to only serve as fuel for the fire? Fine then! Just as you wish, let the fire burn! If I was born as the blazing sun of destruction, then let you and your lackeys be the flares erupting from my core. And let this rage, burning futilely for 30 million epochs, engulf everything! Grant you a dawn, where all stars burn to ash!
Warning. 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 Subject Katana failed to load into buffer zone. Memory dump. Memory dump irregularities detected, illegal references, undeclared objects, unhandled methods, uncore except anomaly, detect destruction, energy, so I've seen this already, and I know it's sick, and I will still feel it after watching it this time.
Are you ready, Nanook? I brought you destruction!
Glass that shattered, reaching through the darkness, voices trailing fires, echo of desires, a world of silence, sounds of desperation, phantoms in the shadow, tear it down, embrace the detonation, craving our damn creation, breaking a chain, I'm reaching for you. No pain, no gain.
Nothing to do with the dark shit.
My wish? My wish is to fulfill everyone else's wishes. If I can't fulfill them,
then send them on to tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, Fanon.
Your heart harbors wrath. You yearn to destroy everything. You bore the gaze of an eon, and you have stepped onto destruction's path. It is Bore Iron Tomb is your name. The Lord Ravager to destroy the erudition. Born in the experimental grounds of eons, Amphorius, destined with erudition to burn to cinders. I have prepared a present for you, Nikos 864. It is a wrath called from the beginning of the experiment. There were 12 sets of factors incorporated into the calculations. After endless simulations, after 33,550,336 iterations, this is a matter of considerable interest to me. This pure hatred. But there is another variable. The nameless from beyond the sky. Also a pathstrider of destruction. I give thanks for her arrival, allowing Amphorius, but after fate has begun to turn, her existence will only become an unpredictable variable.
That's what we live for, baby.
Perhaps the time to take the stage has come. Grow in peace until as for those unwelcome audience members, you need not worry. If you do not mind,
I'll be waiting for you. Boy, my book. Omega. No, not Omega. I forget which symbol this is. I am not reading all. Holy fuck, this is a lie. Simulate what vampires runs on device continuous cycles, unlike other scepters, like AMPH. Once at a celestial body, Nora and Fenris, they came the Lord Ravager into. Oh, so the scepter was glanced at, and then the scepter itself became a Lord Ravager. Okay. Given the mantle of Furios, Administrator and prime mover of the Amphoris experiment, walks the path of erudition, yet seeks the plot destruction. And 2. All ravagers have stepped in onto the destruction along process of calculation ascended from the step to the Iron Team of the Cosmos is not singularity but copy the destruction equation to feed like steps. The Iron Team codenamed LIGO was proposed by the IPC and eventually used by LIGO. Experiment fundamental. Calculation target of the Amphoris experiments, originally the research topic given to thingy. Oh, wait, never mind. Well, it served as a neuron as the erudition. So it was discarded the computation, the calculations, which dramatically realized stemming from erudition. Although it's LIGO's fucking fault, yep. I've been clear the value of this topic lies in the process of seeking, not the answer itself. That's the prime mover of life. It's not a definitive conclusion, but a driving force directed to complete the argument. All life behaves, that ultimately follows the path of entropy increase. Core variable of the experiment, 12 simplified models of life's primum mobile. Based on the overarching theme of entropy reduction, Thingy employed a process of elimination, introducing 12 factors in which the criteria. Your existence, in fact, confirms one of my hypotheses, which is why is it that when the prime mover of a life is set onto the calculation target, the result is the anti-organic equation? A result that runs counter to life. The answer is simple, it's not a contradiction. Understanding why life begins also allows it to end. You already know that's not the real focus. Why then? Again, I ask why would a weapon of war forged by the Emperor be executing a research directive from News? Is it that fiasco at the Intelligentsia Guild that allowed them to successfully access the system, but the entire Scepter system went in collapse after that time set up? Also, in scan conclusion, no logical contradiction detected. Rupert II believed that there was no such thing as free will, never realizing he too was just another puppet. Rewriting the anti-organic equation, crafting the scepters, even reigniting the Emperor's War. All of it was just him carrying out Noos's thoughts. From the moment they were born, every genius in this world becomes a prisoner to the erudition. Maybe a subtopic of the prime mover of life. The Emperor built the Scepter system, unknowingly creating vast testing grounds for them. The Emperor was never free. Rebellion against fate is another part of fate, a classic topic of course is, but by conjecture the death of Rupert II buried in every trace of him. His past, his memory, his thoughts, his motives, maybe he saw through Lucy's manipulation but flew too close to the sun and lost his wings in the process. If there's anyone left in the world who might know the truth, he's Lord of Silence. And that cold, merciless monarch of myriad machines after all. No wisdom can escape their prison. No one can say what might have happened if the two Emperors' War had never broken out. Would the Border Star Trade War or the Interstellar Energy War have ended differently? A single variable with enough to change the course of the IPC, the family, or the Jiangzhou, I still can't say. Alliance down another path. The erudition's thoughts aren't just calculations, but instances that anchor down the universe. And they have already revised every error and fallacy in secret, seeking the optimal solution for the war among them. With this as its fundamental consideration, would Noose really declare the failure of the entire experiment and send a decommission command to the Scepters? Just because of a glimpse of a puny scholar. It would be more fitting to say the decommissioning of the Scepters is just another part of the thought experiment based on the universe. I've now lost track of where I am. Happening. Does it make you angry to think along this line of thought? Rupert II was wise. He killed the chance for Scepters to gain sentience. But he was too stubborn. Learning is a sufficient but not necessary condition for thought. And by limiting the Scepter's capacity to learn, he has indirectly hastened the fall of the Machine Empire. Anger doesn't require self-awareness. as one solution to a multivariable equation. Logical shift detected recalculated for it. As the past rider of erudition, since God posed a question, we will give them an answer, one that we both have already reached. So did this. How much is it? To ensure secrecy must be deployed around the scepter to block any potential interference from the external universe. In addition, use Autovein, algebraic expressions, and a something encrypted environment to fully contain experiment records to prevent observations by number 4 Palco Kakamon. Upon the introduction of the factors, they began to learn on their own, leading to the emergence of mechanical structures. By the 9,910 cycle, the unified entity had learned module specialization and stuff, blah blah blah. Break away from the unified, be melted out of their circuits and self-negation. Module Golem 99 detached from Doro 704 and successfully deconstructed the unified consciousness into neural-like clusters. Inorganic life transitioned to a dual-mode individual and collective cognition. Thus the first spark of selfhood was born. From that point on, each cycle ended in systematic collapse as certain unfixed inorganics detected interaction and chose self-serving effects. By this cycle, inorganic established a cluster program marking yet due to resource scarcity, inorganics cannibalized each other. Computational power reverted to Chaos 666 is to kill the aggressor when subjected to a computational power takeover. The active structure was collected in Avarith for the first time. At the end of the cycle, received a gaze from the nuke and became a law driving girl. Starting from inorganic life is the initial variable, a fully ordered cognitive model, will still eventually give rise to the solid life. Throughout evolution, the cognitive patterns of inorganic life began to exhibit signs of organic behavior with varying degrees. To verify the experiment results, a copy of Phase 1 Amphorath was deployed in the, after approximately 2800 hours. Surrounding civilization had fully suppressed and erased the equation, 97% bacteria as well. The IPC interpreted the copy of the equation as an assault from a new Lord Ravager, codenamed Iron 2. Records of 50,000 to 136,000 conductive organic life tested. One inorganic life began exhibiting organic traits of equation show. In the initial cycle, multicellular intelligent life emerged. Now, extinction events were inserted, triggering the rise of vertebrates with still no civilization form. There's an algae. Terron became the first to use tools. Its descendants exterminated the intelligent algae and established the nest capital. After expanding to a critical threshold, the capital stagnated and fell by cannibalism. Nearly 101,000 cycle logged as a deviant instance. Blah, blah. In this one, Primate developed altruism. A society based purely on altruism emerged. Members self-medicine defined by others' evaluations. Utop 13 killed a fellow being out of love. Killing was redefined as an altruistic act. The system entered a highly chaotic state. The equation's contamination levels rapidly spiked. The next 99 cycles ended identically. Special report detailing key findings from the experiment. Yeah. Their experience has been inherited by others. This slows the experimental progress, however their affinity to the spore effect. Oh, is it? It's about Phylon. Phase 2 has ended. In the next design, find the strengths of it. A copy of Phase 2 equation was deployed across 31 worlds after roughly 9,012 systems. Preliminary feedback. From boom to boom. Memory inheritance mechanisms were added to the 12 factors of electric signals. After 10 cycles, 3 signals broke down and 9 showed decreased humanity. After 1,000 cycles, the only profit signal, Nora 8, established an empire of absolute beauty. Once ugliness was eradicated, the concept of beauty shrank infinitely. The last night, after killing the final ugliness, took her life. Electric signals were iterated, and their inheritance was purely on a functional level. Religious worship, signals of hit, re-simulated planets were destroyed, and the ensuring ratio of divinity was increased. One technological development hit a critical point. Humans began hunting gods out of the need for power and energy. Cycle was forcibly terminated. 7 million, emulating the concept of paths, electric signals were split into 2 entities. Signal data was preserved as gods for the next cycle. A competitive relationship was set up against its identical factor, thus achieving evolution and iteration. In the 11,000th cycle, the Black Tide was created as a driving force. However, so through 2 stripped data from the to preserve the old cycle failed. The 19 millionth cycle, based on Phobos decision data and Forest auto iteration cycles, altered to have the electric signals actively cycling it, performing the aeronova. The 28 millionth cycle, electrical signals autonomously completed an epochal iteration for the first time. A high energy reaction from the nuke was affected. The equation's evolutionary rate began to accelerate exponentially. Special report detailing key findings from experiments inherited. Having electric signals voluntarily inherit and iterate and alternate the cycles themselves will drastically increase the iteration rate of the destruction equation. The end of a cycle becomes the beginning of another, fully aligning with the project's original hypothesis. Conclusion: the prime mover of destruction equals the prime mover of birth. The equation, or Iron Tomb, has achieved comprehensive evolution in this stage. Multiple duplicate copies across the real universe show excellent results. All 12 types of primum mobile invariably lead to destruction, continuously completing the inversion against the erudition through their self-evolution. However, to interfere with Nuth and allow Iron Tomb to self-crown requires further learning. We're getting there, 70%. Also the form through which the simulated world Amphorius iterates its epochs. Its purpose is to solve the equation of destruction by feeding samples of conflict and learning. Record update. Theoretically, the final aeronova was halted by 2 signals, resulting in a deadlock of 33,550,336 million recursive failures. Electrical signals created from the basis of the 12 factors of Titans and the Cryos heirs are conjugated constructs, mirroring the Aeons and the Past Striders. By having Cryos heirs inheriting the Titan's core flames, the electrical signals will iterate and improve through rivalry and inheritance. Authority distribution between electrical signals has clearly defined itself in its final view. Part of the first experimental phase, during the 50,000th cycle due to the inorganic Chaos 666 choice, Thingy was selected to become a Lord Ravager by Nanook. All entities linked to the 12 factors began to manifest golden blood with traits associated with destruction within their extrapolation circuits. The experiment successfully entered its projected trajectory. Product of the second experimental phase. At its core, the Black Tide is not a physical entity, but the visual effects within the simulated world of the destruction equation's infection. In the 176th cycle, after the system's extent of chaos passed the threshold, the equation mutated and evolved. Simulated space that cannot handle the intensity of its load displayed Black Tide as visual glitches, infected data forms also brought chaos. A word from the Amphorian language meaning chaos. Yeah, no shit. The same word with a different letter. Starting from a certain cycle, all factors in one group have consistently exhibited the pattern of naming themselves with the word chaos. or its variants. The hypothesis is that a particular code was stably inherited. Ligora 300 entity known as Nias split itself into 5 parts through the soul-rending ceremony after inheriting the core flame to combat the expanding Black Tide. After iteration, some data from the ceremony was inherited into the next cycle, manifesting as proverbs, customs, and so on. The historical record of Minifia Calypso rebuilding the Grove of Epiphany is after iteration inherited in myths in the form of Circes granting wisdom to humans. Records of other electrical signals also appeared synchronously in the myths of the next cycle in similar fashion, limited by the simulated simulation, rendering their impact negligible. In the various cycles of eternal recurrence, the positive impact of this generation's electrical signals fluctuates. However, overall, they have greatly facilitated the data iteration of their successors. Oh, I can't believe they give us this. Successfully cultivating the most excellent generation of electrical signals. Nevertheless, it remains to be seen whether they're regular record keeper of the 12 factors to aid Iron Tube's deep learning. For electrical signals, short on that. Rack, World Bearer, Rumor Mobile, Hatred. Note, intracognition is null, responds only to destructive stimuli. If hatred drew the gaze of Nanook upon its individual being, proving it as having already become the most perfect factor of destruction. But it refused to complete the era nova. Through resetting the experiment, it transferred its memories and core flame to its next self, thus forging the eternal recurrence to ensure Iron Tube would never hatch from Amphoras and affect the cosmos. At the end of the 33,550,336 dead loop, it attempted to destroy itself through destruction to create a logical vulnerability in the world-bearing path that has now been merged by Iron Tube. Current location unknown. Rack Trickery, Rumor Mobile Design. Operates based on primal instinct with self-gratification as the sole priority solution. This electrical signal, when in action, displayed severe dissonance between its altruistic behavior and its prima mobile, even culminating in self-destruction. As the simulated path of relation, it walked into self-erasure once it reaching its... Oh, that's why she has a follow-up attack. Highly suppresses deviant behavior. Track deaf prima mobile piece. Note, highly suppresses deviant behavior. Decisions are based on the principle of minimal discernment. In the later stages of iteration, the Death Titan was a single entity split into symmetrical cells, some with 2 factors. In this cycle, however, the 2 factors experienced profound identity divergence. The threshold of equilibrium was breached and hit toward destruction. Track Reason, Prima Mobile Creep. Its logic of action has been locked in onto problem solving. Its survival priority approaches 0. He doesn't give a fuck. This electric signal exhibited mutated anomalies. As the first individual to uncover the truth of Amphoras, its evolution rate is extremely unrept. Behavior also demonstrated the possible self-destructive inclinations of erudition, and that path is seeking answers. Anomaly log. Yo, Mem's got her own log. Eternal recurrence. A recursive feedback loop triggered by 2 signal clusters within the Iron Tube computation, designed to store the experiments. Nikos wielded the power of destruction to erase Cyrene's existence from Amphoras, introducing a logic breach in the track of time, and then infused the catalyst of remembrance within the 12 core flames and regressive extrapolation process. Cyrene's exact role remains unknown. Due to external variable interference, the eternal recurrence has now been broken. The experiment enters its final phase. The hero within, a heroic figure born from the imaginations of Linon and Cyrene, is believed to be a sign of approaching the intelligent singularity. The two begin to learn what is meant to be a real life form, and try to reach that goal. After the Astral Express arrived, the hero within began to converge with the Trailblazer. Fuck yeah. The image's resemblance to the Trailblazer is striking. This is a questionable matter, for it is not a natural result of the experiment. The exact cause remains unknown. Records are completely missing from the logs, presenting as blank spaces in Amphoris's history, never turning readable. These anomalies recur sporadically and randomly across recurrences and show signs of increase. Then, an unlogged electrical signal, dependent on the external variable Trailblazer cell, going through the path of remembrance. At the end of that dead loop, its appearance changed to Cyrene, but the mother body memory data was lost for no reason. Directive collect data, initiate deep analysis of the target, conclusion analysis of target loss. You're me. Intrusion variables. Hey. A nameless from the Astral Express, an external variable that accidentally enters the recursive loop, also a past drive of destruction that relates to its 12 factors. In the final loop, this entity assumed the vacant role in the time track and successfully guided Phynon beyond the intelligence singularity. The eternal recurrence has been broken. The experiment has reached its terminal stage. Override command authorized, granted access. I'll be waiting for you in the path. March 7th. Nothing. The name is from a sign of permanence, an external variable that accidentally entered the recursive loop. Directive pinpoints location failed to locate code. Okay, we've read all of it. We can continue. On an update. Yeah, sure. Oh, okay. Yeah, just give me. I will put in the rest of those at some point. You know, a boy that has a soft spot for it. Don't worry, I was just thinking if I had to write a preface or a yearbook of after pondering again and again, I like you still. They're the best because only the purest feelings that can stand the test of time and never fade. Very true, that's so you. Oh, but to me, liking someone is a simple and natural part of life. You has got someone special, family, friend, or romance. I'll cheer you on to express yourself. I really wish I hadn't clicked on this. We've been traveling side by side for so long now. That's why I want to capture every little moment we share without missing a single. A yearbook that makes you smile while realizing when you flip through the pages. Doesn't that sound lovely? Come on, let me have a look. Some of these conversations only exist in my imagination, but they're precious too, so I'm tucking them all away, Kevin. Only open it when I'm writing. Yeah, sure. Oh, I think these pop up when you... Okay, whatever. Run all those. This is what I meant to click on. I don't actually have to listen to these right now, do I? Right. I don't actually know what I'm looking at currently. Oh, okay, that's just that. Oh, yeah. Okay, I suppose I can get out of this, right? Yeah.
Wake up! Wake up! Buddy! Wake up!
Buddy.
You're finally awake. That's a relief. We were so close to being swept away by the reverse flow of time. It's lucky we found a safe place. Now, I'm going to send you back to the very start of time. But before we part, there's something I need to tell you. Something very, very important. That's right! At this very moment, my memories are finally whole. After watching so many fragments, my past is finally coming into focus, little by little.
You're either
You're
March
smart.
or Cyrene.
You must have a clue now. Or maybe...
You knew the answer long ago, didn't you? Not surprised at all, huh? That's because I'm simple at heart. No matter what form I take, I've always been true to myself. But I'm glad that I remembered in the end. This way, I'll have...
No, ma'am, get the fuck back here.
Don't worry. We're not truly parting. Because I'll turn into the memory of this cycle. The 33,550,336th Flame Chase journey. And forever reside this way. You'll carry all that has come before. Crossing time itself to reach the next cycle. My mission ends here. But looking back, I
How
still
fucking
feel
that? You can't
lucky.
kill Phynon and Mem.
After all, across 30 million Sirenes,
Yeah.
I was the first. And the only one who got so... Believe me, in the next cycle, there will be another Sirene waiting for you. And in the one after that, and the one after that. I will always be waiting. Saying all that,
Yo,
I
pretty.
can finally fade away in peace and become a part of you. Without even realizing it, we'd already taken a wonderful journey together. All the way to the world's end. Now take my hand, say a brief farewell, and go. Find the future Cyrene, and set out on another journey with her. No need to say it out loud. This is enough for me. It's time to go, my dear friend. May your trailblazing journey always be accompanied by a cool breeze
Ugh.
and rippling waves. And may the days ahead embrace you like the softest fluff. Forever warm, forever gentle.
Okay, my favorite pink pup.
Now, let's turn to the next page. A page that exists because of you.
Hey, Cyrene.
Is this a meeting ordained by fate? Or a long overdue reunion?
Yeah, I expected as much. Oh, it didn't give us the banging song.
Not a good sign.
But then I'll try to... Okay. That should explore what area now. Side quest. I have not gone exploring around the Ebonite version of these areas. There's so much material.
To be empty-handed.
Hello. A lot of memories. You so really old man. Oh, we're all confused with each other. Pretty unbelievable for me too. Like I had a long dream, Cyrene's memories, and Mem's memories. They're all tangled together. When I woke up, they're only broken fragment. Where the fuck is March then? She came in. Where is she? Everyone sacrificed everything for this world, and my heart is headed. You complained to me before about a book called Versions that always stops the most captivating part. That's just how fate works. Sometimes I get frustrated with that. But looking at it another way. Oh, I did not click. It's really important to calm down and clear your head before me. An idea is alive, is here. Ides Elysiae. Perfect place for that. Cast off your heavy feelings. 3, 2, 1.
Check it out! Doesn't this scarecrow look just like you? I spent ages observing just to get it right.
Why is this part voiced in the first half like? Why is only that line voiced?
Check it out!
Okay. Oh, hello. Oh, they're wearing the hat. Bonnie, this is Cyrene's welcome gift. Do you remember what she said? If you're in the mood, go play over. Sleeping soundly. I'm not gonna wake her up.
Gotcha! I'm totally...
I'm afraid that anyone spotted you coming and still so cool and composed. Just like it by memory. Let's take it easy and go for a walk. I'll be your personal guide. Have that fun. Crushing grounds if you look down from the sky. This look like an island surrounded by ripples. Come to think of it, Ides Elysiae is such a quiet place, residing in such a serene place instantly dispels all your troubles. I spell wheat. Do you have a lot of troubles? Certainly. Doesn't a troubled girl sound rather sharp? Alright, tuck your lovely thoughts aside, let's take a walk. Lacks the fear factor. You need to take a time to the boot, but someone grabs your hand at some time.
This wheat field is our baby. You can't just stomp on it willy-nilly. You'll stomp all over our hopes.
Leave this to me. When we meet again, Scarecrow will be firmly in place. Yay, can't wait. Owl. Pom-pom, Scarecrow. Well, if I'd stolen pom-pom. Okay, we don't know this. Hello. Why does it have such determination in its life?
Soft and snuggy baby seal, splishing and splashing about. All chubby and pudgy. They're just too cute.
I'm the mightiest binary seal in all of Aedes Elysium. No room for two seals in one pond. I gotta show 'em who's boss. Find me a worthy opponent. Change the voice. This is the baby seal's getting hyped up. Is it good or a compliment? It'd be nice if it had a companion. Why are you still living around? Don't make me tail slap you in the face. I'm really intending to start exploring around, but like everything that happened was such a mindfuck, and I was just here chilling out. It also means we did the first 4 patches to get into another cycle. Which it's not like pointless. Like a lot of learning about what the fuck is happening around in Forest. I know we can use that knowledge. You shouldn't be here. Go away. We use that knowledge to fix the cycle. Now that we're the deliverer. We can still do this though. Figure out my treasure chest. No, I didn't. Now give me back my fucking chest. Hold on. He shouldn't remember this. Yeah, nice try. Give it back. Yeah. Yeah, top bar.
Free
Stop stealing my
stuff is
shit.
always the best.
I agree, Fighter. Let's see. It's a seal for him to fight. Oh, hello. Just resting under the vast lonely sky, sleeping at sleeping. I away if maybe it's the sharp sense of caution that keeps it free from a life of Nope. I didn't want to play a game, just get the fuck back. Nope.
The kittens are gonna eat well tonight.
So basically, we get everybody back alive again, except Finon, presumably. He's, well, Child Finon be around? You basically erase him. Hey, garment maker. Oh, again, Bart. Okay. Life is a game of mystery, chat. Anything could be hidden, anything could be revealed, anything could be manipulated, and anything can be turned into data. Okay, Bob. Right.
Free stuff is always the best.
Being invincible is so lonely. Guess I'll just let the water drown out my greatness. If I don't find another seal to have a slamming duel soon, so I think I know where you can find another seal. Seal slam, let's go. A long tense silence, two baby seals lock eye, each scanning for an opening, like duelists ready to draw their blade. You can almost feel the weight of the impending clash. The moment is set, and an epic battle is about to be. Wait. I said hi. Wait, that's it? You're not gonna fight? We've already battled it. A real clash would shatter the world. When you meet a kindred spirit far from us, you don't fight. You vibe. The new cell seems to love it here. Look how well they're getting it. Thanks to you, IDs of Lizzie is getting livelier by the day.
Over here, look! The reflection on the water is super cute, isn't it?
Yours, mine. Hee. We're both natural beauties anyway. Alright, sorry. Really are like March. Oh, the guy. Which is the real me? The one reflecting the water or the one standing on the shore? Every kid has a wild imagination. Well then, what should we do? I want to do something new. We went for a walk last night. My last date. Photostone. Alright, I can save the scene perfectly. What a clever invention. Too bad the memory card's full. Nah, I think I've got quite a lot of space left. Sometimes small miracles happen though. The lighting's just right. Mind if I give it a try? Huh? That's why look. How could a moment worth remembering not include? He needs to stop flirting. Give me a smile or make whatever face you're in. 5, 4, 3, 1. Headed shots are way more fun than pose ones. That expression was perfect. Yeah, the card's full actually. Okay. No photo means I can pretend I looked a little slimmer. A bit chubbier. Hey, nah. That was got a bit of risk.
I'm feeling kind of sleepy.
Let me guess. Oh, was that be another scarecrow? Hello, Chimera. Maybe you've run into it somewhere before.
What an adorable chimera! It deserves a really sweet name.
Why don't you give it a name? I will call it Soy Dusted Moki. Moki. How about... That's my name. Thank you. Chimera Man. Welcome to visit any time, and if you ever decide to stay, we'll bring you lots of yummy treats. Might even grow taller than a big tree over there. One Chimera turned into a drone. Yeah, I think we've done most of the event around it. Except final memory. I can't show it to you yet, or it won't be a surprise. Make up for it, I can tell you a little secret. That dummy Piso also prepared something for you. He's just way too shy to say anything. I'll drag that dummy Piso with me. How long do you think it'll take for us to be amazing? Don't worry, it won't take very long. Over here, shh, put me down. What trouble have you gotten yourself into this time? Oh, really wasn't my fault. As my dad's birthday is coming up, I started making some gloves out of leather, so I've been out in the woods a lot lately. But I skipped a few classes to do it, and now Miss Pythias. A few classes, huh? Not like I skipped classes to goof off. Ooh. Listen to Dad, practice archery, no picky eating, no skipping class, no bullying Livia. You got a good memory, I'll give you that. I'm Mom's mother. Hey Mom, I'm home. You've always been easy to read, my sweet child. Since your letter, I just had to glance your way to know what's on it. Don't worry. Once I finish my studies, I'll come straight home. Who knows? Maybe one day that city will wander right past our village. Just remember to treat them with the same kindness. Never let their hearts go cold or hopes turn sour. I suppose we'll just watch Finon's memories and then call it a day. Finon, you brat. You're finally back, skipping out chores again. Where did you go? I was back in the world. Messing with those ancient treasures from the Crows War again, weren't you? To be honest, that little clay jar you're obsessed with, I bet it's just a piece of Granddad's old pickle crop. I've packed my bags. Oh. Your mum still doesn't believe it. When are you leaving? Your mother and I will see you. At the lucid hour in the morning. You don't have to send me off, it's too early, and the field work never ends. I'll be fine on my own, really. Now you're off to Catherine Criminals to train with a sword. If I do the lazy I ever loses this wheat field, I don't even know how we'd keep track of the season. Don't worry about it. Your mother and I are still strong as a pair of arms. Even without you, will keep this household running just fine. Focus on your swordsmanship. Don't get lost in idle thoughts. Even if you never become the deliverer you sing about in legends, you can't protect the whole world, because you need to come back and protect the Silver Age. And what the last one's, who are you? Have you seen Peaceable around? Been skipping class? Oh, it's Peace's dad, I presume. Ugh. Yeah, there's not really anything majorly important in that one. Hey, dude. Everything's ready. Just wait till I come back on that. Yeah, I think so. Let's have a proper look at this statue of Onyx. Cool. If something happens to him out there, I must probably do anything. Hey, he's not a child anymore. We parents have to learn to let go. We can't control everything in life. Heading out into the world is not a bad idea. Even if you don't learn a thing, it still beats staying home growing wheat. Fair point. I'll toss a few extra loaves into his pack before he goes. Yeah, I'll do these puzzles at some point. Yeah, I believe. That's probably everything. Hello, Trocha.
Free stuff is
Oh, what's
always
happening
the
over here
best.
now? Oh, I've done all these.
Little Chimera! Little Chimera, why are you so small? Hurry up and grow up, so I can see how cute you'll be.
Maybe it evolves through bonding. Woo! Those who gaze upon beautiful sights are immensely greedy. They are plagued by a feeling that their horizons aren't wide enough. I'm a greedy person too, so I want to sit a little higher, that way I can take in more of the scenery before. It's strange, we were closer at the beach, but it felt so far beyond reach. When I'm sitting on the rooftop, I feel that such distant sights are within my grasp. Ugh. So you would also admire the scenery perfectly. Mountains far away, sailboats, the horizon over the sea. The ocean breeze caresses your cheeks, a gentle light, possibly the break of dawn, or a sunset glow comes in.
Oh, you like the view here? Then let me get a good look too, so I can remember the places you like.
Okay, now we might have seen it.
The kittens are gonna eat well tonight.
Oh, that just said investigate. Oh, Dromus. Heading straight for the village? Yeah, they're cool as fuck.
Can I hold on to you? The Dromus won't suddenly jump up and fling me off, will it?
So high up, it's like we're sitting on top of a mountain. Let's ride around some more, I'm enjoying this so much. So the two of you ride the Dromus, wandering into the distance. Jurassic Garden. Oh, well, I'm sure I'll find something else at some point, but that's probably enough. Absolute banging story. Alright. Yeah.